Alright, so our initial ideas came from sort of a group, I don't know, we all wanted to go with social realism basically, and so what came with that was various issues that we thought of, such as like homophobia and sexism and like sexual stuff online and things like that. So our first initial idea was a politician or actor that sort of his fall from grace and us following that, and as an audience feeling sorry for him, but if he's doing like messed up things, whether, I don't know, that was sort of our idea.
Our second idea was a young sort of adult girl who ended up in a lot of debt, so then resorted to camgirling and sort of the dangers that came with that, and sort of it spiralling out of control. So that was our second idea.
We did take elements from that to use in our final idea, those were like the camgirl section.
And our penultimate idea, which we didn't eventually use, was the idea of a homosexual man who's living without coming out and is then facing the consequences of realising his sexuality.
And then our final idea was a YouTuber, and they have a really high profile, and we just thought it was a really good idea because it was like modern and
realistic.
Yeah,
basically, because we were really inspired by YouTubers that have already gone through this sort of thing and this sort of process of like gaining lots of fans, lots of young fans, and then sort of manipulating them into doing stuff they didn't want to do, and that's already happened quite a lot online in the YouTube community.
And then the almost witch hunt that happens for either the YouTuber or the victim.
Yeah, basically, and like victim blaming and victims not wanting to come out because their abuser is famous online and stuff like that.
Our main shot, our inspiration for the main shot that we wanted to focus on, was a shot for Breaking Bad in which the character almost levitates off of a bed, and we wanted to have an almost POV from just an almost viewer, like a voyeuristic angle, and it follows the person as they go down to lay on the bed.
Yeah, so we did some testing of that, which we'll put in now. But yeah, and then other inspirations, like...
We need to talk about Kevin. Right at the beginning, they have like colour motifs of the red.
Well, even throughout that whole film, there's lots of motifs with the colour red, and we really like that because the YouTube logo is red, so we thought we'd take that.
Yeah, we found lots of like opportunities to include that in our trailer. We wanted the girl to be sent red underwear from our main is it antagonist, the YouTuber, to wear and then strip in, which is sort of has a really nasty feel to it, and the colours of the red would really stand out there. And also later on, when she's trying to appear older, she's going to put on red lipstick,
which also has like sexual connotations of like a prostitute.
So when we did some test shots, like the majority went really well and they went exactly how we planned, so that was really good because now we know on the day we can go and just shoot them without any issues.
Yeah, apart from one shot which we really liked the idea because we were inspired by Breaking Bad, the shot that Adam was talking about earlier, where he falls back on the bed, but it was harder in practice to make that shot a reality. So we decided that the way we were filming it wasn't the right way for you to see in the test shots. So we're going to retry again using a tripod this time instead of just using it handheld to hopefully get a steadier shot for next time.
I think another thing that's going well is I feel like as a group we all feel pretty confident about our casting. Like the guy that we've got playing our main antagonist does have kind of like the YouTuber look, and the girl that we've got has really long blonde hair, and she's got quite a young look, but she's also the sort of person that you can imagine the audience really feeling sympathy for. So I think that's something that's really worked out in our favour.
And building off what Sophie said, one thing that's not going well is we're struggling to put the actors together because they've both got schedules that we need to try and film around. Yeah.
I really like the actors that we picked though, especially because she looks so innocent and young, even though she's not actually that young, it will appear that way on screen because she's got that sort of long blonde hair look going about her. However, we did have some issues with the storyboard because we thought one of the shots may disrupt the tone of our trailer. We wanted it to be sort of dark throughout, but there is one shot which is ambiguous with like, we're not sure whether it's going to turn out to be humorous instead of dark and scary, which is what we want. So we are going to have to film that, edit it, and then find out then
What people's reactions are.
Yeah, especially we need to get some people's reactions and whether, especially our target audience as well, if they find it funny, then we just need to cut the shot.
Another thing that we actually had to go through and add into our storyboard was the fact that our trailer was actually, in the initial stages, it was looking like it was linear.
Like
it was
a
looking
story,
like an
short story.
opening. So then to prevent this from looking like an opening, we sort of added in shots of our main antagonist around court in sort of astute and stuff to kind of break up from this sort of
And to
Continuous
also,
narrative.
continuous
and to also
narrative.
draw an audience in, because then they're like, oh, does he go to
Yeah.
court? Does he get caught? Sort of, it leaves it open-ended and a bit of a cliffhanger, which is the whole point of a trailer, to get people to want to come watch the film and find out what happened.